Alright guys, today I'm bringing you a legendary item guide in Borderlands 3, and in this video we'll be looking at the Maliwan pistol known as the Hellshock. The red text on the weapon reads, "I had not thought death had undone so many." And what's special about this weapon is despite being able to switch between shock and incendiary, both modes can deal both elements, and this can be done by ricocheting the projectiles it fires. The mode determines what element the shot projectile deals, and then when this projectile ricochets off of a surface, it will switch to the other. The Hellshock can be obtained through any suitable loot source throughout Borderlands 3, but has an increased chance to drop from the story boss known as Gigamind, who is located in the Meridian Metroplex on Promethea. To farm Gigamind, you want to head to this location on the map, as here you will hit the closest spawn point to Gigamind spawn location, and then when you spawn in at this spawn point, it's as easy as turning 90 degrees to the right and walking up the stairs to kill Gigamind. The idea behind this weapon, I think, is just genius, and nothing has never more perfectly encapsulated something I didn't know I needed in my life. Anyone who plays this game just needs to travel to a few areas Borderlands 3 has to offer to realize the majority of the enemies in the game consist of a flesh-based health bar and a shield. So being able to use a single weapon to deal with both of these things is the greatest lazy man's weapon ever. And although it would be nice if the gun just shot alternating incendiary and shot projectiles, it still works very nicely. I like the fact you can choose what your primary element is, in that which element you'd like to have an easier time hitting enemies with. For me, the majority case was incendiary, so when I encountered an enemy, it was a case of seeing if it had a shield, and if it did, shooting slightly in front of it at the floor in order for the projectiles to ricochet and convert into shock to effectively deal with said shield, and then shoot at the enemy directly to deal super effective damage to it by burning it, all in one continuous fire. While the ability is nice, the stats of the weapon are subpar at best for a Maliwan pistol. From what I can tell, the charge time on the gun is up there as one of the longest I've seen on a Maliwan weapon, and when the gun starts to fire, unless you have any magazine size upgrades, it won't be long again before you're having to charge the gun up again. I can obviously see why the gun is designed this way, as for it to have such a useful ability, the gun itself will need to take a hit in order to balance it out, but it is just unfortunate that we can't get the best of both worlds. Final thing I want to say is the ability can be quite tricky to use when the terrain gets quite diverse, especially when an enemy is on a staircase, but for the most part it's smooth sailing. And it should also go without saying that this gun can only drop in shock and incendiary, so if you're hoping to get this gun in any other element, don't bother, you're only going to get this in shock and incendiary. But other than that, that's it for the video guys. I hope you found this useful. Make sure to subscribe for future legendary item guides on my channel, and yeah, see you in the next video.